Off it is to Johnson, and Johnson some great moves. Johnson on his way. It's a foot race. Johnson streaking toward the end zone for 6. Touchdown.
Here's a toss to Larry Johnson. Johnson off to the races, cuts to the middle of the field. Now it's a foot race. Larry Johnson, one man to beat. No way. Touchdown.
2 interceptions, takes over. 1st and 10. Hands it off to Johnson. He breaks the hole, and it's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch this guy. Larry Johnson, 222 pounds, races 69 yards for the Penn State touchdown.
To the Nittany Lions. Here's the pitch. And it's Johnson.
Oh, my gosh.
Johnson on his way.
A flag is down, though.
Johnson making his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Buddy Larry Johnson.
Well, I haven't really seen a lot of him. Understand he's pretty good size guy, 230 pounds. He's pretty quick, 4.45. And but I don't know if he reminds me of anyone.
Catch made 2 drops early. He's really starting to focus in.
1st down, option. Johnson, quick break, explosion, breaks a tackle. Look out. Johnson's on a run inside the 10. He's gone.
2nd and 13. Out of the eye, Johnson makes somebody miss. He's in the secondary. Here's where he's dangerous. He can outrun you. He can run over you. This time he outruns the Indiana.
Embarrass the other team on the other sideline.
2nd down and 8. Larry Johnson closing in on the magical number. Gets the toss. Johnson, here he goes. This is 2,000 plus for Larry Johnson. Touchdown, Penn State. And he does it with style. 38 yards, his 4th touchdown of the day. And look at his lineman.
And that's enough negatives to bring that football team back to reality.
Here's the screen pass to Johnson. Got a good block on the kick out. Johnson, touchdown, Penn State.
Mark, think of the last 4 throws.
There's the option package. Larry Johnson on the toss. Touchdown, Penn State. Larry Johnson up the middle, broke a tackle. Touchdown.
Is he something special or what?
The fake to Robinson. Larry Johnson's open. Touchdown. Tony Johnson in motion. Here's the give to Johnson up the middle to the 5. Johnson in for the touchdown. Inside the 11-yard line. It's not 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. It won't matter. He might take it right here. Touchdown. Mills out of the shotgun. Option. Pitch to Johnson. Cuts in. Touchdown. 7th-ranked Cornhuskers. Toss to Larry Johnson. He'll go in. Dad says my boy can play. They both can, as a matter. Johnson on a toss. He's on his way. Touchdown number 3. It seems like. Larry Johnson. Touchdown. Hugh and Larry Johnson out of the eye. Larry Johnson. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Hugh stands in front of Larry Johnson, blocking for him. Johnson towards the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown, Nittany Lion.
Now they move up into the wing. Larry Johnson. 2nd touchdown of the day for him. It's on the move.
They like the toss.
They show option. There it is, the toss. Johnson for the end zone. Got it. Touchdown. Box for him. Johnson, touchdown, Penn State. Larry Johnson virtually unstoppable from 6 yards out.
60-yard game. He is 4 away from tying the record. And Johnson takes it into the end zone. That's a new Penn State record and another Nittany Lions touchdown.
Run by the University of Washington, the last team, by the way, to beat Miami. As they run it again, pitch out to Larry Johnson. Touchdown.
3rd and 2. And there is Larry Johnson. He's over the 200-yard mark and a whole lot more. Johnson with the stutter step, and he is pushed out of bounds.
Slide at the top of your screen. They go that way. Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson into the clear and chased down the sideline, still in play and all the way
down sprint of just how fast he is as he accelerated along the near sideline. On 1st down, here is the pitch. It's Larry Johnson. Johnson running room.
cutting it back toward the middle. Larry Johnson. And down to the 22.
The Big Ten and 3rd down conversions. On a 3rd and 3, they'll run an option. And Mills, whoa, late toss, and Johnson's got it on a run. Down the sideline. He might be gone. Knocked out of bounds inside the 10. 41 yards.
Shotgun. Who else? Larry Johnson on the draw. He's gone. This kid's got 4.5 speed. No, he's drugged down. Finally.
Tony Johnson in motion. Draw play, Larry Johnson back in there. Larry Johnson busted up the middle. Johnson all the way to the 20.
There it is on that draw from the shotgun, and Johnson, the first time he touches the ball, still going with that power. Still on his feet and out of back.
And Johnson the tail, and it's the option, and it's a pitch to Larry Johnson on the corner.
Look out!
Larry Johnson down the sideline. Cuts back inside the 15 to the 13.
Johnson gets the carry. Slides right. Makes somebody miss. Runs through another arm tackle. 2 arm tackles. Finally.
Here. 2nd and 3. Larry Johnson stopped in his tracks but gets away from pressure. Larry Johnson breaking free, and he's finally tackled at the...
They fake the reverse. Lots of running room for Larry Johnson.
With Bob Davey and Holly Rowe down in the field. A surprise brewing today. Here's Larry Johnson on the screen. Johnson brought down after a nice pick.
Benched, and now he's getting back into this game. Did not start today. Larry Johnson, and more Larry Johnson.
Tony Johnson in motion. They pull the guard, give it to Larry Johnson. Breaks the tackle, he's out to the 50. Larry Johnson motors all the way
from the Northwestern 48. Out of the eye, Larry Johnson gets away from the first couple of would-be tacklers, slips another one, and Johnson is finally pushed.
Tony, who's a little more mellow. Here he is again, running into the boundary. Following his blockers nicely, Larry Johnson, and another.
They were off last week. Nebraska had 3 under the belt.
Johnson's got 100 now and a lot more.
He's only a year behind Johnson. He's a sophomore. Behind Mills, that's Larry Johnson breaking free inside the 5 and tackled just.
Sends Larry Johnson in motion. Let's see if they roll that way. He will. And throws and got it. Good for 2. Down at 15. Here's a draw play. Larry Johnson into the secondary and broke the tackle. Johnson down the sideline. He's got it to the ball, and he gets it down to the 29-yard line. Now swing pass out of the backfield, and Larry Johnson gathers this one in. Johnson still on his feet inside the 10. 3rd down for both teams. 3rd and 2. Mills option. Pitch to Johnson's got the first, got a bunch more. Larry Johnson cuts back. He's down to the 27.
Big conversion for Penn State. They give it to Larry Johnson, and Johnson all the way down
on either side. Throws in underneath now to Larry Johnson. Daylight across midfield to the 40 and out of bounds.
Johnson gets a block on the corner. 1st down to the 32-yard line. That lineups at the right side of the formation. Here's Johnson. Johnson broke a couple of tackles. Continuing to grow. Play fake. Mills complete to Larry Johnson. And a 1st down at the 46-yard.
Things, but you don't want him throwing 40 balls a game, that's for sure. Here's a toss. Larry Johnson inside the 5. Did he get there? Not quite.
Penn State needs 20. Set up a screen to Larry Johnson. Cuts back to midfield.
Split back shotgun. Mills. The draw to Johnson. Cuts it back inside. makes one man miss. Runs over two more.
And everything else that's going on. Larry Johnson into the secondary first.
Little screen pass to Johnson. Johnson with a nice gain.
2nd and 9. Mills to Johnson. And Johnson's just carving up.
2nd down and 10. Larry Johnson.
Tony Johnson crosses the field. Draw play. Brother Larry Johnson up the middle. And Larry Johnson.
Like that. Quoted Shakespeare. Was it? But one of the well-read Penn State fans called in and said it was Twain.
Go. Sidelines now. Paul Jefferson in at fullback. This is Larry Johnson. Boy, Johnson delivers.
Yeah. Mills wants to throw a screen. Larry Johnson's got a convoy in front of him. And he ran right into a couple of his blockers.
So far. 2nd down and 5. The option into the boundary. Larry Johnson.
Straight eye, slot to the top of your screen, and here comes Larry Johnson to the boundary. Into La Tech territory.
Out of the shotgun, Mills again. Little shuffle pass. This is Johnson inside the 20. To the 10, 1st down Penn State.
2nd and 10 after that last incompletion to Tony Johnson. Larry Johnson getting around the left side and
Sent to Minnesota as their schedule gets much tougher here in the weeks ahead. On 3rd down, the pitch, nicely done. Johnson again, and we've been the story since that day.
Here's the pitch back to Larry Johnson. It's got a hole. Look out! 1st down. Breaks the tackle and is out near midfield.
Of Louisiana Tech. Larry Johnson shredding the defense.
Johnson in motion. Larry Johnson right up the gut.
The case here in 2002. On 1st and 10, this is Penn State. And Mills on the handoff. Some running room for Johnson. And he bangs. Just from Tony Johnson. He got it on that play. Zach Mills under some pressure now. Gets the outlet. Larry Johnson breaks one tackle. Angled out of bounds.
Fewest sacks allowed.
He's only been hurried even once today, and he doesn't get hurried here because it's a screen pass to Larry Johnson. Broke the 1st tackle, cuts outside, 1st down, and out near midfield again.
Was throwing him badly. So Penn State gets it back. We're inside a minute. Larry Johnson. It has been a Larry Johnson.
You and Larry Johnson out of the eye. Little counter play. Larry Johnson, the screen. Robinson on the pitch to Johnson. Johnson
already today is Larry Johnson. Might get it on this carry. Johnson inside.
Penn State moving, as is the clock. And Johnson again, far side. Johnson. And
no snow yet, but we had that chance. Here's a draw play. Here goes Larry Johnson.
Penn State a week ago. Here is the give, and running room for Johnson. And
here's the option. Dangerous pitch. Johnson gets a blocker in front of him. Inside the 15.
And here on 2nd and long. And here is the pitch. It is to Johnson. And
Johnson over 300 yards rushing tonight. Still in the game, and he gets another big carry.
Like a kneel down or simple handoff.
Not always that simple when you give it to this man, Larry Johnson.
This is the 10th play of the drive coming up. And here it is, Johnson again, and Johnson stumbling.
Awfully sharp in the red zone. Johnson, left side, big hole, inside the 10.
Draw play, Johnson, 1st down, and
Pitch to Johnson. Bounces it outside. Finally run out of bounds.
For grabs.
Old Oakenbuck. We got to get it back.
Here's a toss. Larry Johnson. Good looking play. Cuts up inside the 10.
3 wide receivers. Indiana goes to the nickel package. Number 6. Damian Jones in. Johnson runs that.
Mills 12 for 20 on the sprint option. Now pitches late. Johnson inside the 3rd.
And here comes Johnson into the middle. The power runner Bulls.
on 1st and 10 now from the 44-yard line. Here's the handoff and some running room for Larry Johnson. And Johnson 14 zip.
Second down and 10. Michael Robinson. Direct snap, late pitch. Larry Johnson, same play, only a different quarterback. Almost.
Bryant Johnson in motion. Larry Johnson, the ball carries. Got
high formation and a delay to Larry Johnson.
Mills, draw play, Larry Johnson. Huge hole. Wow, and he ran right
around sometimes. It's a hard life, and I had to laugh. I said, yeah, not everybody gets to be in one spot for half a century, Joe.
Here's the give to Larry.
Nittany Lion's trying to put a lock and key on this one. Here's Johnson around the corner.
And Mills pitches it late to Johnson, and he does get.
First and 10 out of the eye. Johnson again on the draw.
At the 25-yard line. Draw play to Johnson. Larry Johnson broke one tackle and gets
Georgia. Betwixt the hedges.
Mills with the pitch to Johnson.
Punts, kickoffs, he did it all.
Here comes Larry again, backing inside the 10. Bryant and Tony Johnson both split to the right side, but it's a middle screen, and it's Larry Johnson.
Ready to play.
Larry Johnson has 123 yards, and it's only in the third period. Here he goes again.
17 with that loss. So Mills gives it to Larry Johnson.
Not easy to bring down in the open field.
From the 19, back to Larry Johnson. Running hard.
First down. Both receivers to the right as Zach Mills drops to throw. Wants to come back the other way. Larry Johnson on a naked swing pass, and Johnson tiptoes down.
They're an explosive offensive football team.
And off to Larry Johnson. Tackle from the shotgun now. Again, Zach Mills to throw. Flares it out, Larry Johnson. And Johnson.
For penalties against Penn State. Mills throws it short for Johnson. And he's short of the first down.
The toss, Larry Johnson. Pollard broke a tackle. Going to make positive yardage. Got it.
So here is the pitch. It is to Johnson with some running room. And Johnson.
Zach Mills, first down State. Steps up in the pocket, throws to Larry Johnson. Little shuffle pass.
Johnson in motion from the 35. Toss sweep to Larry. And Larry got a big hole off the right side, and he gashes it out to the 40.
Larry gets even thinner. Pitch it back to Larry Johnson. Good blocks up at the point of it.
He came up a little gimpy after that and has looked that way ever since. Here's the toss sweep to Johnson. Larry Johnson.
10 to Larry Johnson, who
ran into Merrill Robinson, almost set a pick.
Johnson on first down with a cut. Down to the.
Mills looked at him briefly, but then came back to Larry Johnson underneath.
And the handoff, it is to Larry Johnson, and Johnson.
He'll get it again. Up the middle. Broke a tackle, got down. They'll toss it to him. Waits for his blockers. Cuts outside, got the corner.
Johnson again around the corner. Has another first down.
Mills draw play. Larry Johnson cuts it out. Nice spin. It's wrapped up.
Larry Johnson.
Up in the second half of this season. Right now it's a 2-touchdown game. Penn State can blow it wide open here. Larry Johnson breaks the tackle. Gets into the second. Johnson breaks the tackle and then punished.
high formation. Pitch right to Johnson. Misses one tackle, drags a couple more.
Here he is again on first down and 10. Down and 19. Mills to Johnson. Gets a block. Inside the 15 to the.
2nd and 8 from the 17. Johnson bounces off one tackler. Still dragging half the Indiana defense before the.
He pressed Johnson, the ball carrier. He breaks that.
Taking over this team last year. And that is Larry Johnson right off the bat. Expect to see him get.
From the 23. to give to Larry Johnson.
Second and 8 with Tony Johnson in motion. Here's the handoff to Larry Johnson, and Johnson some running room.
Doesn't he? Man. There you go. Johnson.
The footers, because if it comes down to the last and they're way ahead, I don't think Joe's going to put him back in.
Well, here goes about 8 more.
Half. Penn State looking to add to a 3-0 lead. Johnson.
The command of this offense and a great thrower on time.
Larry Johnson on 1st and 5.
December 7th.
Here's Mills to Johnson. Pushes the pile ahead to the 5.
Times for a total of 56 yards, and here he is on the kickoff return, a yard deep. Johnson finds a seam. Got an alley all the way down to the foot.
Kick taken by Johnson at the 3. We're underway. Breaks 2 tackles and carries the ball out to the 27.